Hi, my name's Stephen Simon. I'm Business Development Manager for Data and AI at HSO in the UK. What I'd like to show you today is what we call the Intelligent Hub, which is essentially a persona-based dashboard for organizations where we can demonstrate the power of bringing together lots of data sources in order to support a job role to enable them to take insight to action very quickly. So what you can see in front here is a standard format we like to use where we can readily see the KPIs on the left-hand side. We traffic light them and color code them so you can really see quickly, I need to take action on something which is red, I'm okay with which is green. But as you can see, other views inside of the business and windows inside of the data which is available are on the right hand side, where we're looking at, from a sales manager perspective, looking at the net margin by the products I'm selling, looking at the different customers, looking at my annual numbers, looking at the locations based on a map, looking at the net margins by month and year end. Now, what that does is, again, giving you different windows onto different areas which are very relevant to the job role, but are represented in different graphics. And the reason we represent them is because it's read easily to understand when you represent things in a particular way. Obviously, location and map is logical, but when we look at the net margin by customer, we can easily, on a standard bar chart, we can easily put in the target there and we can see how we're measuring up to it. We look at the top of the chart and we're looking at this from net margin. I can look at it from sales with regards to pounds, and you can see what we call a dynamic dashboard, where everything on the other screens underneath all stop to represent that filter at the top. I could do it by unit sold. So we can see very quickly, without going through reams of reports, without looking at spreadsheets, I can dynamically change my view on the business on the fly. What I can also do is zoom down into particular areas. So if I look at this, we can see the pop out. The pop out tells me, what are my sales doing this year? What were my sales doing last year? And what's the variance? So without having to go through reams and reams of other reports, I can quickly see what's going on. What I can also do is zoom down into the detail. So you see there, I'm looking at my sales by a product group. I know my home appliances. It looks at it. It changes the KPIs. It changes to sales and target by customer, my best performing location, etc. Everything changes onto that spotlighted area in which I've mentioned. What I can do every time I do these selections and go through them, I can quite readily go back, reset the whole dashboard. My intelligent hub goes back to the start, and I'm where I began, and I'm able to get that view again and go through it. What I'd like to do at this point is hand over to my colleague, Jonathan Markilly, who is our lead consultant in Power BI, who's going to go through a few more of the details on some of the power of the dashboard desktop in which we've got with Microsoft.
So within Power BI, there's a lot of interactive features that are available to you. When you hover over a visualization, you're presented with a number of options. One of those is the ability to drill down to a next level in a product hierarchy. So if I wanted to find more information about home appliances, I can easily drill down. So I can right click on this particular bar, drill down and see the next level in the hierarchy. Not only that, I can use the arrows above to navigate back up the hierarchy. This gives me unparalleled exploration to drill down and understand what's happening in a particular product set. Not only that, if I want to look at this in a bigger detail, I can use focus mode to see the information in more detail and take up the whole page to gain further insight. I can then go back to the reports and then interact with it some more. So I can share the report with other users. I can even add a comment to this particular visualization and tag other users with it. I can even export the data to Excel, as people like to use this information offline. Not only that, I can then spotlight this visual. By doing this, it highlights the visualization and makes it more visible and targeted for other users, and I can then share it with a specific individual, ask them to look at it in further detail. I can then sort this information as in how I want to uncover insights more readily.